Good afternoon, manatees. Dr. Heron here. I have a little information I want to share with you. I will try to be brief. It is the first week of October, so it is time for registration for spring. In our last meeting, I gave you an approval form. I asked you to get that signed by your parents and for you to do some research to see which courses you want to take in the spring. Hope you have all done that. I would say most of you have sent me a picture of your form. If you have not yet, please do so. So I want to show you what you're going to do with that information. So give me just a second here. Okay, so if you're on the main SCF website, you're going to log into my SCF. I don't have that access, so I'm going to go in a slightly different way. Under academics, I'm going to go to class schedule so that I can see what you see. After you have logged in, you will see these options here. Okay, when you're ready to register, you're going to go to this link, but you can also plan ahead. You can select classes to take and go ahead and select times as well. The students students at SCF are registering based on the number of credit hours they have completed. Most students who are doing early college, like you guys, will not be eligible to register until Thursday. But you will, if you signed in to get text message updates from SCF, you will get a text message, or at least I was told, you will get a text message the day that you can register. But I want to show you again quickly how to find courses. And you can do that through register classes if you don't do it ahead of time. You can do it through plan ahead if you want to look like today to find your times and classes, and then you can actually register for those when you're eligible. But you can put a plan together over here. But let's take a look at classes. I just want to remind you how to do the search. When you go in, you're going to select spring 2022 because that is the term we're coming into. And you put in the criteria for the class you want. For example, let's look at ENC 1101. Oops. Okay, so you select ENC and then 1101. And then you're going to need to click advanced search because you're not going to want to see everything. You just want to see what you're eligible for. Under campus, you select Bradenton. If you are okay doing web-based courses, you can also select eCampus. You want to isolate just Bradenton or Bradenton and eCampus, otherwise you will see classes that are offered in other sites, Lakewood Ranch and Venice. For part of term, you're going to want to select full term. You're only allowed to do full term classes. That means that the class will last the full 16 weeks of the spring semester. And then you click search. And here you have a list. And you look at the days. And for example, let's look at this one. It's Written Communication 1, ENC 1101. The instructor's name is there. The days, Monday, Wednesday. So this class meets Monday and Wednesday from 9:30 until 10:50. It's a little squeezed because of the size of my screen. But that's the information that you look at. Remember that unless you are full-time, you must select classes that are in the morning or the end of the school day. SCF classes generally don't start before 8 o'clock a.m. And so we really don't want you to take morning classes unless you have to, because generally that's going to cut into first and second period on the Bayshore campus. But you look at the time, you find what you're interested in. And if you're in that planning mode, over here in this last column where I have nothing, you're going to have an option to add to plan. If you are just waiting until your registration date to choose this, then you actually can click there to register for the class. But let's take a look and see. So we're looking at the sections that are here. As I said, unless you're full-time, you can't take courses in the middle of the day. So this first one is no good for us. Neither of these three that start at 11. Here's one that is Wednesday night from 7 to 9:50 p.m. Okay, that is one that a part-time student can take. Another 11 o'clock. This one is 8 to 9:20. If there were no other options, you could do that. But the problem with an 8 o'clock to 9:20 class is you're going to miss first and second at Bayshore, and you'll be late for third. So we would prefer not to do that unless we have to. All right. But we will look at it and decide if that is the only option for you. Okay. When you finish a page, you can scroll to look at the next group of classes. When we get to the second page and you see these classes that don't have dates, these are either blended or e-learning. So that means that you would be doing part or even all of the class on the web. So it can be completed anytime. Um, so if that is an interest of yours, if you are good with taking classes that are online, those are options for you in addition to the ones during the day. And as I said, when you find the section that you want over in this column, this last column, there'll be a place for you to either add it to the plan if you're doing it before you're using the, let's see if I've got it back here. I don't, but let me go here. You're going to be adding to plan if you're here in the plan ahead section, or if you're doing the actual registration, then it'll be register for the class. After you've added the class, it'll give you at the bottom right of the screen an option to submit your section. Just by clicking on it, that doesn't get you into the class. You have to click on it to put it in your queue, and then you have to click submit. For those of you who are taking advanced courses like sciences or language classes, they have a class and a lab. The class number will have a C on the end. The lab number will have an L on the end. If you're trying to register for these, you have to put the class and the lab into your queue and then submit. If you only put in the class, it's going to give you an error. So not every student will need that, but just so that you know, for languages and also most science classes, you're going to have, like, for example, BSc 2010C. You will also have to sign up for a matching section of BSc 2010L. And when you're looking at a class like that, let's see if I can find one real quick. And I'm not going to do the extra searches here. I just want to see. Oh, I guess I put in the wrong course number. Let's search again. Let's do 2085 because some students do that. Let me try one more time. Let me add the C. There we go. Okay. So you have to search for the class. This is anatomy and physiology. Those of you who are thinking about doing having a career in the medical field, this is probably a course you're going to want to take. Notice it is a 4-credit-hour course. Most of the college courses are 3. And so you will have to spend more time and effort to be successful in this course. Here's one actually that starts at 2 p.m., so it's possible that this might be one for you. If you click on the section itself, it tells you the co-requisite, okay, that you must have a section of BSc 2085L. And let's see, I believe, yes. When you look at the course description, it tells you if you're going to take this particular section of anatomy and physiology, you need to choose either CRN 27277 or 27278 to pair with this course, okay? And so if we look at that, if we're looking at CRNs, they are in this column. And again, because my screen is squeezed, it doesn't show all of it. Let me see if I can stretch it a little bit so we can see that. There we go. Okay. So there's the 5-digit. And again, what were the ones we were looking for? 27277 or 27278. Okay. So if we select this and add it, which I cannot, but you could do that over here on the side, you would click search again. You would change the C over here to an L, and you would look for those numbers. It was 277 or 278, so one of these you would need to add to. your list, you need to click over here, and then you could scroll down to the bottom and submit. And as I said, I'm not logged in as a student, so I can't do that part of it, but that's how that works. Go ahead and register for classes this week. We are meeting next week. I'm going to have to rearrange things because of the PSAT next Wednesday. Those of you who are full-time on the SCF campus, I'm going to be sending you a separate message and remind where you can tell me what time you want to meet once I determine which day it's going to be. It's probably going to be Tuesday, but I'm not 100% certain. I will let you know very soon. Those of you who are on campus, I'm going to call you in at the same time that we had before, and I just need to decide whether it's going to be on Tuesday or Thursday. But I will give you more information very soon about what day our meetings are. And for those full time, you're going to let me know what time you want to meet out of a list of times that I give you. All right. So there's that. I hope that is helpful. If you have not yet sent me a picture of your form with the courses listed, please make sure that you get that to me. Thanks very much. And I want you to to let me know that you received that you've watched this video. I want you to send me a picture of a place that you would like to visit sometime in your life. Okay. So go back into that original remind message that I'm going to send you to tell you to come watch this, and reply to that message with a picture of where you would like to visit sometime in your life. If you don't have a picture, yeah, find a picture. But if you don't find a picture, just send me the name of the place. Thank you guys very much, and I look forward to seeing you next week, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.